Welcome to Lesson 14. Today we are going to put all our knowledge together. We began with a very simple HTML page, and you now have more knowledge of HTML and CSS. Your content is created in HTML, and the presentation is handled by CSS. Many years ago, HTML tables were used as a way to define the layout or presentation of a web page. This mixed content and presentation, as well as degraded performance. Web browsers have to read the entire table before drawing it on screen. If the layout was tied to a table, then nothing would show up until it was loaded. Today, CSS and CSS Frameworks help take care of the design. Now with the HTML and CSS all set, we are ready to publish our website to the web. For now, you can use our class FTP. In the future, you can purchase your own domain. There are many sites such as register.com, GoDaddy, or NameSilo. NameSilo allows you to get free privacy settings, which the others charge for. You can also use this coupon to get $1 off your order. So let's put together what we've learned and publish a website. Okay, so let's talk about some of the CSS frameworks that are out there. So our book talks about 960.js, which is a 960 grid system. And if you go to their website, 960.js, and it'll take you here, and just push this big button to download the file. And so let's take a look at what this means. So basically 960 is a nice number that can be divided easily by many programs, and they show you that this layout contains 16 columns. So inside here, the CSS already has compiled things that look pretty good in this 16 column layout. You define your page as having 16 columns or 12 columns, and then you apply divs or apply CSS that tells how large it is by number of columns. So you don't have to worry about width in pixels or heights. Another system, CSS system, is Bootstrap. So Bootstrap was developed by Twitter. They wanted to be very responsive and work well on the web. So to go there, you go to getbootstrap.com, and I'm going to show an example. This page is made in Bootstrap, and as we shrink the page down, you can see that even the images are shrinking, and until about here they flip down. So this is about what it would look like on a phone. Oops. So the image is down here, the content went down this way. And to get Bootstrap from their website, you click this button, download Bootstrap, and it'll take you here. How would you like to use Bootstrap? Sorry, excuse me. Or if you don't want to download it, you could use this one here where it says Bootstrap CDN. CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. So this means this group here, Max CDN from Bootstrap CDN, is hosting the files for you. So if we copy these, then our project will have Bootstrap ready to go. Now let's see. And another competing one is Foundation. They also claim to be the most advanced responsive front-end framework, and they're developed by Zerb. If you click download here, you can download everything, the essentials, a custom download, and we don't have to worry about this as CSS. And if you would like, you can even customize your foundation code, download a custom foundation. You can choose to apply styles to all of these things. You can tell what you want the primary color to be, the success color, header font, all right here. So we're going to work with the 960 grid system. So once you have that downloaded, we'll create a new project. I call this one HTML. What is this? HTML class. Why is this? Sorry. So HTML class, and I'm going to create a new HTML file, index.html, blank. And so in our file system, we are going to, once you have the file downloaded, you're going to extract it, and you'll get a folder that says 960 grid system master, and you'll get all these folders: app, plugins, code, licenses, logo files, sketch, sheets, templates, readme.md, this .get ignore, and which means just ignore it for now. But what we're looking for is the code. But when you look at templates, you'll see that there's one for GIMP. So what? Just want to talk this real quick. If you open any of these, it tells you the column layouts: 12 column, 16 column, or 24 column. It's just an image where you can just plan out how your website's going to look and how many columns you'll need as a visual representation. But for now, we're going to go to the code. We'll see all these folders: CSS, image, demo, 24 column demo. And so we're going to copy all these files. Actually, we're just going to copy demo, image, and CSS. Right click, copy, and then inside NetBeans, I'm going to click the site root and just paste them in there. So now I have the 960. I have the 960GS CSS files, the images they use, and their demo HTML file. So if I look here, it loads up this CSS in a couple different style sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here you see it, so it shows grid 12, grid 1. What does this look like? And that's our index page, but it's actually demo.html. And here it is, a 12 column grid layout. Let me make it visible. So 960, so it's using 960 pixels from here to here, and this one takes up 940 pixels from here to here. One column is 60 pixels, two columns is using 140. It's also counting this spacing in between, and you can see how different elements look. Look how they look together. So we used one column here, and then we used the remaining 11 columns this way, or we used 2 columns and then the rest this way. That's the way this would look. And here's a 16 column layout where one column is taking up 40 pixels. I think that's about it. Yeah. So let's take a look at what we'd like to do. So we will copy the CSS they use into our index.html file. We'll put it right after meta. Format. And if I hit run right now, we get a background color which comes from the CSS. We have to do write content, which is the only content we do have. So we'll have a div class container 12. And where does that end? So column grid. Copy just this much for now. So we're getting the outer div and the inner one. So I'll remove this to do content with that, and I'm going to close that one. And when we hit run, let me change this to internal, the embedded WebKit browser. I'm going to hit run, and that's what it looks like. 12 column grid, 940 pixels it's using. If I change this to a different grid size, let's say grid 1, that's how much it uses. So let's use 5. So it uses 5. Now you can also move this, take that out, and put this in the header. Now the header takes up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though the text doesn't take up 5, it's taking up 5 columns worth of space. I can have that back there. Now they're side by side. I can even change this one to a header. Although that would not work, right? Change this to a paragraph. So there's a paragraph with an embedded paragraph. Of course, we won't take that. content. So you can see this content is taking up this amount of space. Let me move this, hide this. So let's take a look at that demo file once more. So we're going to look at 300 and 620. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. 4 and 8 is 12. Oops. Go back here. So we want to change this to a div. A class grid of 4 columns. And we want a div of 8 columns to take up the space. Now, why did that float up there? Class grid 4, class grid 8. Oh, because the paragraph has the 8. There we go. Now they're side by side. Okay, let's resize that back. Okay, so I'm getting rid of the demo CSS, which was the background and stuff, but this is the major CSS here. Let's see. Now why is our tags not closing? Oh, because we have a missing div. Okay, everything's closing. Yep. No errors. Hit save, this is how it looks. Okay, so let's add some content. This is a grid of 4 columns. This is a grid of 8 columns. Perfect. And do line break. More lines. Let's just duplicate that a couple times. And move one of those down. And duplicate it a few more times. Let's duplicate it a lot of times. Hit save. You'll see this column, none of the content went over here. Didn't overflow because we told it we're using this framework where we're getting 2 columns. One is 2 columns of 4 columns, 8 columns. And that's our grid. So we can have this one be our navigation. So now I'm doing on ordered list. Okay, ref equals google.com. Google. Okay. Oh, that. Looks like there's some CSS in here that changed this unordered list this way. I wonder if it'll do the same for grid 8. It did. So these are all the styles this CSS has given us. They don't have a normal style. Okay, how about a ordered list? Same thing. Interesting. Okay. So, I guess we'll just leave that one there. This one will do something else. So, paragraph. So let's go get some content we want to add. Off to Google. Let's type HTML fun projects. Okay, look at that. Let's copy this as our content. We don't actually need that tag. All right, some content there. Okay, and let's see. This container, class container, copy that. And then we'll add another container here. Let's see. So 12, 16, and 24. Let's do 16. And then you will use a grid. Again, 4, more content. So 4 and 4 is 8, 12, 16. And as we do see, got 1, 2, 3, 4. Modern video game systems. Let's see what we got. All right, so we'll change this one to Wii U, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and we'll just type computer games. And as you can see, we got these four columns with those things. And now just write a paragraph. This is made by Nintendo. And we're going to copy this probably too many times. Copy this line, move it down. This is made by Sony. Microsoft. By anyone. Okay. And let's add some inline CSS. Style type equals text CSS. Close the style. Let's do a universal style. We will do background color. Let's see. What's a good background color? Not too dark. Aquamarine. Hit save. Whoa. Everything is. That's how we just apply it to the body. Yeah. And we'll add some padding. 1 EM. There we go. Pushed it down. Let's put 1.25 EMs. There we go. Moved it a little bit away. And what else can we do? We can probably add a nice background image. Games. Google Images. Let's see which one is not too bad. That's pretty good. Okay, copy the URL. Okay, let's see if we can use this as a background. Background color, padding, background image, URL. There, that covered our, oh look at that, no hot linking. Okay. So I have to save this image locally. Okay, let's find out where our project is. So if you ever need to know where your project is, you can always right click the project, click properties, and tells you project folder. So I'm going to copy that folder. Image and save it there. Close that. Go back to NetBeans. Escape. Let's get rid of all this. So image and game controller PNG. There we go. So that's our background image. And the background color. So the image was transparent, so the parts that were white are now the aquamarine. If we want it to be to the right. Background images float to the right. Actually, that's not what I want. We'll just leave like that. So you could add a background image that way. We can comment that code out, leave it plain. We have this empty one here. So let's add some color. What color we can make it? We can make it something like this. And font, weight, bolder, or just bold. All the text in paragraphs is now bold, and this color here. And then we do have some text floating by itself. So if we want it, we can add div color. You can pick color from the color chooser. Let's try burly wood. See how that looks. Maybe too light. Let's pick a nice darker color. How's that? Looks the same as the links. That's alright. And we can do font size. We can make them larger. And so remember, this is inherited. So this is the first div, so everything it contains will get applied this color and this size. Now let's say we go back. Remember I said Bootstrap offers this CDN, so let's copy this and let's click this button here. Copy to clipboard. I'm going to comment out our 3 style sheets for the 960GS. And so it goes like this. It still has our CSS, so we'll comment out our CSS as well. Now very plain. So after this one, we'll add the bootstrap, hit save, and our website looks a little bit different. And you can combine styles. So I'm going to combine the bootstrap with the 960GS. So 960GS styles are right here. 960 style.gs CSS styles. Okay. I don't want the demo. Okay. So it looks a little bit different than by itself. So just to see that difference, let's comment these out. See how it changed just a little bit? Oh, didn't even uncommented those. Now if we do foundation, oh, we'd have to download everything. No, that's fine. Okay. So we have some content we wrote. Let's add another container. Okay. So div class equal container of 12. Now we need a div class a grid of, let's say, 10. Contact me in the HTML class. Find out more information on HTML any time you need. And so now the next step is to publish our website.